Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with myself, Shane Todd. Before we get into this episode, let me tell you to go to patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast, where we do the Monday bonus episode, aka the Special Brew, live stream every Friday with some of your favourite comedians. And the main thing is you can go back and watch all this. There's 700 hours worth of content, maybe more. It's probably definitely more.
Yeah,
I just made that up. The live podcast we did from London with Kieran Bartlett and William Thompson's going up next month. It's a riot over there. It's going to be a great time. Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. Become an official sipper. I'm on tour everywhere with my new stand-up show, Mummy, ShaneToddComedy.com. Come and see that. Dublin, pretty close to selling out in the Olympia, which is wild. So get tickets for that. We are sponsored by AG1. What's AG1, mate? Sounds like a transformer. It's not. It'll transform your life though. It's a nutritional supplement that you drink every morning to support whole body health, both WHOLE and HOLE. Helps your whole health too. It can be hard to know where to start with supplements. You know, there's a lot of myths about supplements. You need to be taking this, you need to be taking that. How much should I take? What brand should I take? See with AG1, mate, it does it all. It replaces your multivitamins, your probiotic, and any other SHIT optional E that you're taking. It's gluten-free, nut-free, dairy-free. There's no eggs or added sugar. So that's music to my ears because I can't have anything nice because I'm being punished by God. If you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D. And who doesn't love a daily dose of vitamin D? You have 5 free AG1 travel packs for your first purchase. There's a travel pack behind... What, Dan? Travel pack behind me. That there. Look at that sachet. You're going through the airport. Anything to declare? My health. Very handy. It looks cool. It tastes nice. AG1. Go and check it out. You go to drinkag1.com. Drinkag1.com. It's all in the description here. /Tea With Me. AG1.com/Tea With Me to get that very sexy deal. We are also, of course, sponsored by Dan Right or Wrong Manscaped.
correct.
Now, I'm talking about your whole health. If we're talking about holes, the guys at Manscaped have it covered. They looked at a lot of genitalia and said, bleh. Ew, stinking. And they just ran around like farmers shearing sheep. What these guys started doing is shearing... They are the top of the game. Manscaped have every product you can think of when it comes to men's, shall we call it, personal grooming. Your face, your chest,
Your beard trimmer on
your
the shelf.
penis, beard trimmer on the shelf. Oh, look at that. What's that, Dan?
It's a brush. Yeah,
That's a brush for what? Your beard?
yeah maybe.
Look at me. Look at me and my beard. Look at that. Oh, that's better. That's better. That's a bit more kept. With everything. Beard is that the beard trimmer there?
Yeah.
Jesus, look at that. Look at that bad boy there. And there's different numbers on that. What does that mean? Speed? Length?
Length, I would assume.
Oh, yes. Because see, with most beard trimmers, in my experience, you have to replace the head manually. But not with this. Brilliant bit of kit, that. Manscaped.com, beard balm, beard oil, all that kind of stuff. Or if you're a young old guy like me, there's stuff if you don't have a beard. Go to manscaped.com, use the code Tea With Me for 20% off and free shipping. Hate it when you order something and then in the end you find out the shipping's going to cost loads. This episode of Tea With Me, I'm joined by two very young men. None other than Aaron Butler and Vittorio Angelone. These guys are great. This was a phenomenal episode. I love here's why I like doing this podcast. You just sit and have the conversations you would be having, but it's recorded and people seem to like it. These guys are stand-up comedians. They've both been on the pod before. You know them, you enjoy them, and I want you to see this podcast as an entree of comedy chat, and I want you to devour it with your gob. This is the Tea With Me podcast. Thank you. I hate being in a hotel and walking around in bare feet, but I also hate wearing socks because then I'm going to get into the bed with these socks. I don't.
Socks in bed?
Huh?
You wear socks in bed?
No.
He's saying he isn't going to wear the socks in bed,
No,
but he
no,
also
no.
doesn't. What?
I'm going to wear the socks.
You're wearing the
Mental.
socks in bed?
No, I'll wear the socks to bed.
Yeah.
But
And then I'll take them off in
At
bed.
bed.
Yeah.
Now at home, no socks.
Yeah.
No, I
Ever?
walk around freely.
Caveman.
Never. No.
Yeah.
What I mean is, when I get home, when I get upstairs, my shoes are already off. Don't wear shoes in the house.
Right.
But then,
You live in Japan?
we've always
They have
like,
house shoes in Japan?
huh?
They've house shoes in
Yeah,
Japan.
everybody has like a pair of like, they're basically like slippers.
Yeah, you have those.
What do you mean, house shoes?
Yeah.
I don't have Crocs.
But you have. Look at those. They're Crocs. They're stylish Crocs, by the way.
I bought Crocs because of you.
thought you said
Crocs
you
with
didn't
the
have
ceiling.
Crocs.
They're good. They're so
You
good.
said you didn't have Crocs there.
I know. I said don't have house shoes. I have Crocs.
Oh, right. I thought you said
What's
I
this
don't have
turning
Crocs.
into?
Yeah.
Fucking
No, you have the wee
Spanish
slippers,
Inquisition.
the wee fluffy slippers. They're your house
Oh,
shoes.
I've got UGG slippers.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, by the way,
Yeah.
change your life.
They are great.
UGG slippers, but
I
don't
feel
get
they'd
the
be too
non-brand.
sweaty. Too sweaty, no?
No, don't get.
no.
Oh, I'm not. You ain't wearing them now. As
Winter
soon as
time.
I fucking,
I'm running.
I get up a route for November coming.
No, don't,
And as
don't
soon as
say
it's
it.
the first, as soon as I turn that calendar
You
over
get a route for
November.
November?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, to
Don't
get
tell
the
me
Are you not remembering the fallen?
Only time
there was graffiti down in Hollywood once.
No,
that
he's
said-
remembering the risen.
Shane here's the last post and he's just like, fuck.
Get ready for this post. There was graffiti down in Hollywood for like Remembrance Day that said on a wall someone wrote "Les we forget," LES,
Les Dennis.
and I don't know
Les
whether
Ferdinand
it was
I
family
went to.
fortunes.
I don't know if it was a tribute to the war or just some guy had done something bad and they're
Yeah.
like Les.
It's French
all
for
good.
Les we forget.
Yeah.
What is Les French?
It's
for?
just, is that the sequel to Les Mis?
Yeah. Les we
Les
forget.
We forget.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah. What you're saying is you don't. Hold on. Let's get back to. You're
I'm
wearing
in a
socks.
hotel. I'm in a hotel.
You just said to me you don't like wearing socks in the hotel, but you have to wear socks in the hotel. Do you just walk about in shoes? What's your? Give me your.
But then
tell
what's
me.
the negative of bringing the socks to the bed?
You
then
can't-
I've
but then-
transferred
you've
whatever
transferred
I've
the floor
walked
to the
in
bed?
into the bed.
Dangle your feet.
Where? Over the bed. Yeah.
Dangle your feet, take
If
them
I
off, and then
if
you're
I
in.
go to a hotel room that's all wooden floors, no problem. Bare feet.
Does dirt not,
Splinters?
does dirt
You
not
risking
exist in the wood?
splinters?
You're not gonna get split. You're not gonna get splinters.
We're staying in different hotels.
You're staying in like raw
I'm staying in
wood.
tree houses.
Imagine that was like.
Bro!
Imagine that. Not tree.
Every November, raw wood.
I get raw wood for winter. Like.
Raw wood for winter. It's my new Fringe show.
Yeah, I should dangle my feet off the edge of the bed.
You should, and then you're just. And
But
then
you
there's no
can't dangle your
transfer.
feet off the edge of a bed.
Why?
That's an invitation for monsters.
That's
the,
true.
Under
The
the bed.
dangle,
God, I
but a
didn't
brief
think about
dangle.
that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a brief dangle, I suppose.
But they won't. The monsters will be like, "Oh fuck, he's away."
Yeah. I still will run and jump. Not run and jump, but I'll like
Light switch off.
at pace. I don't like to hang about my legs like at the side of a bed or anything like that still.
Are you one leg out of the duvet?
No.
I'm frequently one leg out of the duvet.
I sometimes go, oh, I'm just going to sleep with no duvet. Or like the duvet like down to my waist or something. And then see by the time I'm really just about to nod off, I have to bring it back up. Always bring
Up
it
to
back
the
up.
neck.
Yeah.
Up to the neck. I like lots of duvet in between my legs.
And then on your side?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why that
Is
is.
that to mimic like the feeling of a person?
In between my legs?
Well,
No,
just
because you wouldn't sleep with a person in between your legs.
depends what you're into. I don't know.
This is a
What?
guy who's never spent an evening
With a person?
sleeping with a person. You've never slept.
I've never
in bed
slept in bed with another person. No. The value cab's already waiting. My house is like the airport at the Belfast International. Just a big queue of fellas in blue shirts smoking.
Sometimes those guys at the airport intimidate me so much that even though I have my car at the airport, I just get a taxi to city centre. You want a taxi, kid? Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, boys. Vittorio, you were supposed to be in London last night.
I was.
I felt your pain. Do you see this? So,
I did, yeah. I was talking about.
so,
yeah.
so you had put on a show that you'd forgotten about, not put in your diary.
So I booked in a preview and it's all my fault basically. In like March.
Oh, do you know what I like the way you said there? Basically, which puts the blame slightly on other people. Yeah, it's mostly all my fault.
It's mostly all my fault. But I don't know. Look, so booked it in March.
Yeah.
The email said penciled. I didn't pencil. I should have penciled, but I didn't pencil. So it didn't end up in my diary at all. But it never got
Penned.
It never got penned. But it should have been penciled by me.
Penciled, penned. Definitely happening. Sharpie.
Tattooed.
Yeah.
Tattoo that in your diary.
So what's the moment where, because we've all had this, and there's nothing worse where you go where someone's like, even if you're just meeting someone for coffee and they go, what do you want here? What coffee do you want here? And you're not anywhere near there.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening. But especially when you have a gig.
Well, I had to have that for like an extended period of time for a while, where I used to do everything on a paper diary, and then I lost it.
Raw paper?
Raw paper, untreated paper.
Man, why are you obsessed with raw things today? Something menacing about you today. I don't like it.
If you think this tea's been treated, you're mental.
He's having steak tartare for dinner.
Genuinely, I thought I thought that's how you pronounced the sauce that comes with fish and chips.
Tartare sauce?
And we were in the Percy French restaurant in Newcastle, and I said to the guy, "Can I get the fish and chips and no tartare sauce?" And he laughed like, "Haha, yes, mate. Must know I did stand up." And then he came back to the table and went, "Do you think it's pronounced tartare?" And my wife went, "I wasn't going to say anything to him, but I think he thinks it's tartare."
Aw.
And I was like, "No, what is it?" And then they told me.
I like the implication that he hadn't heard of you before, but as soon as you said that, he was like,
This guy must do stand up.
must
No,
be
he'd
a
heard of it.
comedian.
That's the guy.
Because I told him when I was booking the table. She ain't taught it.
Tartar for Todd. That's what you said when you ordered it.
But I get extra tartar sauce. Tartar sauce is the best thing in the world.
See, what is it? Mayonnaise with like
Stuff.
chive
Stuff.
or something?
Capers? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
It is a thing, yeah.
Great independent pizza place. I think it's just closed down in Ballyhackamore. Capers. It
Oh.
was great.
Been
really good.
muscled out by Little Wing.
Do you know who you're taking over? Apache.
They are
Apache?
everywhere.
I have this theory, right, and I don't want to burn any potential
Apache
future
bridges, yeah.
brand ambassadorial deals. But
Right.
like, if they want me to delete this from the podcast, we will. See it in a lot of towns and villages, and I might, they're probably going to take this down from YouTube, this podcast or whatever, and we'll have to post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
When I say this,
Nah, Threads.
At Elon.
Threads.
Apaches.
Threads, we're not Twittering anymore, boys.
Threads is
Oh,
around so
yeah.
I can say this. See, in all wee towns where they have wee independent pizza shops that are always unreal, Apache are setting up right next door, and they're painting it all, the whole building, bright red.
Yeah.
Lisburn, Balnahinch.
Yeah.
The heavy hitters.
There could be other
Carried
places.
up. Yeah,
Two
yeah.
places at
Yeah,
least.
there's two places
No.
we know of.
Talking of cancel culture and Apache pizza, when's that name getting changed?
I mean, true.
Yeah.
True.
The only way it's okay is if the guy who owns it and works in all the
Is
shops
full-
is a full Apache.
Yeah, and
Native
the shop is a
American.
teepee. That as well. And
Yeah.
they serve out
Not
of it.
ideal though for cooking the
It's not
pizzas.
great. It's not going
That's
to
a
be great.
fire
Like a
hazard.
metal teepee
With
would
the
be
weather
fine.
here, it's not going to be a
That'd
metal
boiling
teepee.
hot.
Yeah.
A metal teepee. A cone.
Workers in a cone.
So what's a moment where you realise that you're supposed to be doing the gig?
So, I'm home for a very wholesome reason. I was going to visit my nana in hospital, and
But you're doing the pod instead. Respect.
yeah. I was like, Nana, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
The big dog's on the phone.
The
But
raw
you're doing
dogs
a
on the
podcast.
phone.
She's
This
Circumcised.
is raw thought.
Yeah. it is.
Put a pin in that. I might have to get that done.
Oh,
anyway,
wait, we're the guys you want to talk to about it.
you
but
both? You both up?
No, but
no,
I'm
we're
just...
talking about this. I'm so excited. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, for the real reason you're here.
Anyway, so I get back and I left my phone at home because I'm like full addicted to my phone. So I just try and leave.
You left it in London?
No, in
sorry.
Belfast.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Home.
That's
I
gonna be
didn't
like, that's a
leave it in
big
Lo-
commitment
Yeah,
to
that
be
is.
like, I'm not going to look at my
I'm just gonna
phone.
be with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I leave
My
it.
phone is my family, but go ahead. I tell my family that all the time.
Phone is my family.
I've got my family and these guys.
Sorry, family time.
Yeah. Family photo.
You trying to take a picture of your own?
Why you make up
zombies in a mirror?
I do that for every photo.
After shows is the best. Sorry, mate, can we get a photo?
The Amazon guy's like, I just need to take a picture to prove I delivered this.
Yeah. You at the airport when they're scanning your security face.
Just taking a delivery of raw wood. Sorry, man.
Anyway,
So you're here for a wholesome reason, yeah.
wholesome reason. And then I get back to the house at like 8 p.m. and I've got like 4 missed calls from the comedy club. And like a message at 6 p.m. when the show was supposed to start saying, "Are you close?" And I was like, oh, it's 2
Do you
hours
know
after.
straight away?
No.
Oh, right.
What do you think?
My brain goes, they fucked it.
Right.
Right. There's no way I would do such a thing.
Yeah.
I was like, because it wasn't March. Mm-hmm. That's the last time I heard about doing a preview on the 6th of July.
Right.
So I was just like, there's no way I'm supposed to have had a preview. I go on their website, but they've already removed the event, which feels harsh.
Yeah.
But then I go into my emails and I just type in 6th of July. And then it's like way back and it's just like penciled and I was like, fuck.
Right.
Fuck.
Now, are you getting DMs? Are you getting like...
So this is when I go on
Twitter.
the social medias and I see some DMs and I get a very...
Sorry.
I get a...
He just loves canned water. See this guy
The
scramble
coaster.
to get
It
it.
was the coaster.
was the
It's all
coaster.
good. Sorry, apologies. So you 6th of July in the emails, social media.
Are you on Spice?
No. What are you doing?
So I go into that and then I've seen a few DMs of like somebody's taking a picture of the stage being like,
And you're not on it.
not on it.
Oh, they're in the room?
They're in the room.
There's a full room waiting on him
They're
at 6
in-
o'clock.
It's not a full room.
Well, how full is the room?
I don't know. I've been trying to find out.
It's almost worse if it's like 4 people. It's almost worse.
no.
4 people I can sort out.
Right.
I can pay off 4 people.
You ready, Cam? Italian Angelone here.
I'll make them whole. Also, £1 tickets. So I'm not at no point am I like, fuck, I've ruined people's like. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like it's not the like you can work.
Cost of
on it.
living crisis on, but still.
But no, yeah.
£1.
I pay babysitters. No, it's all right.
Don't move plans around. Yeah.
Underground London.
But I got a
That's no
very,
big deal.
I got a very aggressive voice note from a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I play the voice note?
Yeah, please.
It's fucking brutal. Where is it?
That's. I'm trying to. Have you? I've definitely.
I've never did it, I don't think.
You've never like texted a gig like, mate, where are you, sort of thing. And you
No,
go,
no,
"Oh,
no. It
shit."
hasn't happened. I'm very organised.
So before you play this, so once I was booked to do Diona's podcast, got my days wrong. She texted me and went, "Do you want any coffee here or tea or anything?" And that's one of the ones when I saw the text, I knew, and I was in the gym and had to come straight here, and I never mentioned all the way through. And then after, I was like, I didn't know I was doing this, and she goes, "Oh really?" I was like, look at what I'm wearing. And I'm wearing like a Barcelona training shirt, down GAA
Headband.
shorts, wristband,
Yeah.
and
Chalk
smell
on
like
your
I've been at
hands.
the gym. I was like, this isn't a new
It just
style.
smelled like cum.
Yeah.
And she was like, why do you smell so much?
Does the gym smell like cum?
No, it's just a
Depends who you do.
Oh, right. Oh, because of this
Oh,
guy.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
gay gym. I was doing a callback to your joke.
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah, that's good.
I like it.
So
Specials out now.
It is.
yeah. Both of them are here. And if you want to...
Hey, I'm not diagnosed yet.
Oh, you don't need to be.
But what I meant to say earlier is I lost my paper diary, so I just had to get up at the start of every day and have a bag packed for almost any occasion.
That's
You're living like an assassin.
And I just had to wait for that text. Yeah, I was living like an assassin. Just it wasn't a bag full of knives. It was a bag of, at that point, xylophone sticks.
Well,
Oh, I'd rather it was knives.
the musical assassin. Disrespectful. He just plays your ribs as you're dead.
Like fucking, what are they, itchy and scratchy?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's a mental way to live. Just always be ready to receive a text being like,
Always
"You're late."
ready.
I'm not. I'm on my way.
Be prepared, scouts.
We got through it.
But yeah, I just had to, like, every day I was just waiting for that text of like, where are you? Where am I supposed
When was
to
your
be?
diary made up to?
At the end of the year. So I had like 4 months of just like.
But I also think when I had a paper diary, it was when I was the most reliable.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
reliable with dates.
It commits
now
it to
and
your
gigs,
brain better.
But yeah, there's just something about when it's on your phone. If you don't set the alert, I don't scroll to see. But I have this paper diary every day. Probably when I wake up, I'm checking
You
what I've
see
got on
it
tomorrow.
because you're looking at the whole week
Yeah.
and whatever. Yeah. But anyway, this woman was very annoyed at me for not doing the gig.
It's me. This is a message for you, Vittorio. I came to see your comedy show tonight on a Thursday night. The date is the 5th of July. You didn't turn up. Count me one angry fan. I wasn't your fan before. I'm not your fan now. I hope you rot.
Why is Liz Truss at your gigs? Jesus Christ.
So she hopes I rot, and then she tried to video call me.
Imagine that.
Video call her now.
Oh, could you
No, she will answer.
I know, that's why I'm
Seems
saying.
like a mad woman. Yeah, so she hopes I rot.
I hope you rot. I mean, you don't want her to get just front row. I can tell what she'd look like the way through the set.
But because I did feel bad, so I met, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And although no, I said sorry to like everybody else who was like, mate, what happened? That's really disappointing. Her, I was like, actually, I was visiting my unwell grandmother. So there is one Angelone rotten. If that makes you feel any better.
Take a selfie of your granny.
That reminds me of there was a comedian in London like on like open mics and stuff, and they posted the funniest thing I've ever seen on Instagram, but it wasn't supposed to be funny at all. So she was a comedian, but she was also like a crystal healer.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah, and she took a picture of her granny in a hospital bed who died. So it was her dead granny. And she had like crystals on like her chakras. And the caption just said, "We did all we could."
You didn't. Do you want to resuscitate her? Nah. Let me get my pouch. She needs CPR. She needs crystals. If you honestly never you never had it with a gig where the people are like, mate, where are you?
No, you know I'm good timekeeping.
You are
I'm
very
always-
good,
Yeah.
but, like, back
my
in-
diary, I've got a good system in place.
What's the system?
Just put it in your diary and look at your diary. It's the system. Man, you wouldn't.
We can't understand that. We can't understand that. We're like, no,
You
Wait,
wouldn't.
whoa.
go from the start here.
The diary's
Hold on.
raw? What?
Yeah. Yeah, you get a raw diary.
There's no one worse than Willie T. And so when you ask him
Oh,
about it,
he's so bad.
See,
for
the way-
it.
No.
the way you
McCann,
put your-
McCann.
Is McCann bad?
McCann can be bad too,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the way you pull the nanny card, Willie T has the brain damage card, and I'm like, put it in when you're offered it, and he goes, brain damage. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. At the time when someone goes, May the 6th, can you do this gig?
Yeah.
Put it in. He goes,
Yeah.
can't make brain damage.
Yeah.
He just uses that brain damage card all the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
I can't believe you never had that. I've definitely had like, where are you? And then you have to just make excuses and be like, I'm on my way, and then stop what you're doing. And just
It might
like,
happen at some
blind
point, like.
panic. There was a guy who was the orchestral manager at my uni, so he like organized all the orchestra projects, like made sure everybody was whatever. And I remember I was supposed to be at a rehearsal, and I'd forgotten that it was on, but I was up in Newcastle visiting my girlfriend at the time, and I messaged him and was like, "Oh, sorry, my train's been cancelled.
yeah.
I'm gonna be late for blah blah blah." Spoof, like absolute spoof. But he's seen it all, done it all. He goes, "What train were you supposed to be on?"
No.
Oh, no.
And I just had to be like, "I lied. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
At least you didn't keep it going.
My worst one was I missed a whole concert that I was supposed to be in because I thought we were in the first half, but we were in the second half. And it wasn't like, because sometimes you're like late for something because you're like
Yeah.
at the pub before the gig or whatever, doing whatever. I was just sat in the foyer of the venue of the concert because I was like, I'm in the second half.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. And then I was like, right, first half's probably about to finish. I'll start wandering up the stairs. And as I'm walking up the stairs, they play the music from the concert on like the tannoy in like the corridors of like the dressing rooms and stuff, so you know what's happening. And I heard the start of the piece that I was supposed to be in, and I was like, fuck,
You can't go and join mid.
no. But then I heard somebody else playing my.
Oh,
so
shit.
They got
Drum. I was
someone
like-
to fill it in.
I was like, well, somebody's just doing it on the spot.
Have you ever what is your where in Italy are your family originally from?
Frosinone between Rome and Naples.
And have you been?
Yeah.
Because when I watch, have you seen White Lotus?
No.
You haven't?
No.
You
Isn't that a
guy
show with
who'd
like
be in it.
loads of women in it? You'd love it.
There's loads of women in it. Why would I love it?
I mean, I watched it. I do remember one scene. I do remember one scene with that.
Yeah, I think that's loads. That's loads.
For a TV show, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Loads of women.
Yeah.
That's on the Sky description on your TV guide. Well, new
You know,
series, loads of
It's
women.
on the certification. It's like 12A.
Yeah.
Occasional swearing. Loads of women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brown Lotus.
You would love it.
Okay. I'll
I've
check
never
it
seen
out.
it.
In it, oh, it's great. In the second season, do you ever seen Homeland?
No.
There's the one of the like actors in Homeland.
Homeland's the one with the ginger guy?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen. My parents were
Very
watching it, so I would see bits of it.
Infrequent women in Homeland. That's a one thing I'd
Almost
say
none.
about it. No
Spurs
women.
Rimmon, yeah.
There's none in Pacific Rim region.
That's
There's
the
not.
worst.
In this,
I thought it was a Samoan guy getting his ass hit.
Way better
That's
movie.
definitely a porn. That's definitely a porn. Pacific Rim. Just one of the Tuolangis.
It's done to the sound of Over the Rainbow, that guy playing it in the ukulele.
Israel Kamakoi.
Kamikaze Vole.
Well, tomato.
Excuse you. Yeah.
I remember looking up that song, hearing that song, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's dead now," and I was like, "What?" And then looking at him, going, "No."
He looks like Kieran Bartlett.
Samoan Bartlett. Somewhere over the mate bow.
Makes sense.
Nope. Done.
But I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah.
I'll definitely
Best I
take
can
it.
do.
Apparently he woke up, Kamikaze Vole woke up in the middle of the night, phoned the recording studio and were like, I need to come in and record this. One take.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wait till the
That's
morning.
why he gets all the words wrong.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah. Why? He's so big that they're not going to be. Can we retake that? He's like, oh, you go, all right, no worries. But in White Lotus, Christopher from The Sopranos is in it.
I've only
Yeah, I played
just
him.
started watching The Sopranos.
So you know Christopher,
Young fella.
Tony's nephew.
Yeah.
He is it nephew or cousin? He nephew. Tony's relative. He
I think nephew.
right.
It's very
Him?
That's
It's
Italian.
fucking Italians.
He
That's Italian.
plays a guy who their family goes to Italy to go back to the homeland, meet old family, and no, it's not a spoiler, but it like doesn't pan out the way they think it does. And I just think it's funny that to me, anyone with Italian ancestry goes back and is welcome to like go see like the villages their family are from and that kind of thing. So do you have family still that live there?
Very few family, like a lot of them just moved over to, loads of them moved to Belfast. There's so many Italian people in Belfast. It's very
Because
cool.
when you
And we're not all touts, right?
when you go to Italy and you look at it, you're like, stay here, it's class.
It's so good. But at the, there was a war.
In Italy?
The World War, they called it.
Oh yeah, it was a big one. Wasn't it? But we haven't had that here too.
No, did we? We didn't have World War here.
Oh,
In Belfast?
yeah.
No, we had like the fucking other
The
wars.
regional war.
Yeah. we had Civil War.
We're going to make it the regionals.
There was World War Two. No, there was World
There
War
was
One
World
and
War
Two.
One and Two. Yeah,
There was. Do
they
you not
happened.
think the World War came here? We're talking about it like it was a tour now. World War Two came here, mate.
Yeah, did it?
World War II, two World II War.
Belfast got bombed up.
Where was the trenches
Blitz,
in
the
World War
Belfast
Two in
Blitz.
Belfast?
We learned about it in
Huh?
school.
Was it? I didn't know.
There's no trenches here,
Right.
but there was bombs dropped. Like
Trench, that's a place in
Where
West
was
Belfast,
the bomb?
isn't it?
Where was the bomb dropped? Lisbon? What? I don't know.
the docks and all. Belfast was bombed. Belfast was
Sack bits. Being like, tell you what could do with being bombed. Nuri.
Belfast was bombed up during World War Two.
was
Belfast Blitz,
Belfast
20
Blitz.
four
Oh, I didn't
times,
know.
4 bombs dropped in Belfast. 4 German air
The
raids.
Germans dropped bombs in Belfast.
Yep.
That's
Hans, mate.
terrible.
Weirdly, you're proud.
No, it was no, it was the Germans. Typical Vittorio. Always blaming them.
I love that you're buzzing that they bombed here
Well, I'm
during
not
World War
buzzing
Two. You're
about
like,
it.
Feel a bit-
yes,
I'm not
Are we
buzzing about
pleased?
it.
we're part of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not buzzing about it.
1,000 people died. 100,000. I didn't know it was that scale.
Some people were claiming homelessness that were already.
Yeah,
Right,
to be
yeah.
fair, yeah.
That's so Belfast. For them to be like, fuck's sake, a bomb.
I do know like loads of kids were evacuated from Belfast.
Refugees. Yeah,
During-
yeah. They had to go to
during
like
the war.
the countryside.
My granny went to Strabane.
Oh, that's brutal.
and then came straight home.
Yeah,
Fucking roll the dice.
First from Rwanda.
She came home just shell shocked. They were like, "Holy shit!" Like, were you in the... She was like, "I was in Strabane."
Loads of Italians were put on the Isle of Man because we were on the wrong side.
Really?
Italians were like on the Axis, the bad guys.
Yeah, but
So-
then changed.
Yeah,
No?
yeah,
Yeah.
the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
Fucking only messing.
Those old timey photos, but they had to put the powder and all on.
Yeah, they swapped.
And everybody.
Raging when it was just people painting you.
We
It's
guy
like,
under the cloth and all, you could just hear it muffled.
It is funny to switch in the during the war. Hey, whoa, look. Let bygones be bygones here. Hold my hands up.
I heard they watched 21 Jump Street.
But yes, you remember they played the football game and all during the war? They all
What
had-
the-
There's
In
that
No
was
Man's Land?
World War One.
Was
in
that one?
No Man's Land.
I
And
thought
all-
that was two.
Dane Coughlin, Scouse comedian, has
Played
a
in
fucking,
that?
Yeah,
he was there.
He never mentioned it.
He has a fucking great bit about it where he just goes, "Who brought the ball?"
Oh, if I'm in World War
Oh.
Three and I'm going to the trenches, in my backpack I'm bringing a football to see if anyone wants to knock it about. Like,
Yeah.
He goes like, "I've got my helmet, my gun, shin pads." It's just so funny.
I love that. At what point did Italy switch? Do you know?
I don't know the dates.
Probably when it was getting hairy.
Probably like pretty much when they went, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's not."
When Apache Pizza moved in, they were like, we need to fucking.
Some guy, some soldier making like wee makeshift pizzas to keep everyone morale up. Apache show up, boom, paint all the trenches red. Yeah, discount meal deal. Big bottles of Coke.
Big bottles of Coke.
That is so
you-
local pizza.
Do you know what I was saying? I was filming something in Raffles, Chippy with Kieran this week, and do you know what is so much fun? The bottles of Coke that are about 1.5 liters.
Yes.
Oh,
Not a 2 litre, not quite a 2 litre.
No.
Yeah.
Liter and a
It's like
half.
the
A
neat
10
one for
glass.
chippies,
It's a
yeah.
10 glass of Coke.
10 glass of Coke.
So the family that you have that are still in Italy, can you go like visit? Are they like close enough? you
No,
go
they're
visit?
not. They're like second and third cousins and all
Right.
weird stuff. But you can see the house where like my nana grew up.
Because I have this romanticized idea of you go back to Italy and big, outdoor dining and you sit with a family and that kind of thing.
No, not really. But it's just like it was cool to be in the village where they grew up, and they play bocce, which is the most like chilled out. I think it's
Italian for
actually. I
Kirby.
think it's just. It kind of.
Oh really?
It's kind of like our like bowls.
Right.
But it's fully just like all those very sedentary old man sports. I think are just an excuse to like look at women.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
And be
you-
close enough to be like, look at that.
That's
like,
why I
you're
play
just
them.
it's like I'm just doing the thing.
Yeah. You're not allowed to do that anymore. I love you patted my mum before this podcast.
I did.
I've said that on camera.
I did, yeah,
You
yeah.
patted his mom?
I
Didn't
no,
ask.
yeah, and his bum. The I patted. When he turned to me. It's his fault. He.
Don't victim blame.
No, it was his fault because you turned to me and you were slowly. You weren't quickly making your ready seat. You were like you were mincing it a wee bit.
Have you ever traced like your family history or anything?
I thought you were gonna say like coins.
Traced? I used to love tracing things.
So good because you were
Brilliant.
like I can draw.
And like, every time you're like, it works so well.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
it's see through.
Yeah.
What's tracing paper for?
Well, I'll tell you what it is. The purest form of raw paper. Tracing paper?
Very thinly sliced paper.
No,
basically?
that's a
Raw
tree.
You're right.
Trees
That's what,
are-
that's,
Yeah.
the way, that's what I would call trees. Raw paper.
Wow.
Get a few raw papers up in the garden here.
Yeah. Put a few raw papers on the fire.
No, I know you've done your genealogy thing, but like
Yeah.
right enough, will you go back a few steps? Are your family from anywhere else?
I only know that my great granny was from Enniskillen originally. That's all I know.
I mean, that sounds nice, but that's a real letdown. Because you
It is.
want, like, I love that you have Italy.
Yeah. that's
My
great.
great granny was French. There's a bit of French.
Wee.
A lot of Donegal.
It's some mix.
France, Donegal.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I wish.
You have a somewhat French vibe.
Yeah.
He has an everything.
I
vibe.
have multiple nationality
vibes.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple vibes. What would you say? French.
French, Polish.
Bit of Norway.
Yes,
Swedish.
You do look somewhat like behind the Iron Curtain. Like you look like you were part of a communist.
Yeah, but like only like whispering to people about it. You know, like I wasn't like at the front of it.
You were a tout, and you were the 'cause
Russian
they,
tout?
You were telling on, because the whole communist thing is like telling on your neighbors and like getting.
I
them
look like
for
I would
stuff.
like, like detail vehicles for like the leadership of it. But like I'm not actually manually. I'm just looking at the vehicle and going, do a wee bit of that there. You know,
Yeah.
more of like an overseer.
Yeah.
But then I'm like I look like I'd be whispering a lot, back in like times like old medieval times. But like, what nationality do you think you look like? Because I think you look German maybe or French.
I would go for German. I look exactly like my mum, so I would say I look Irish. But yeah, maybe like a German. I don't know about French. I don't think I look French.
No, there's a wee.
No, there is.
If
A
you were-
yes bit.
There's a That's great stuff.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
you just-
Undeniably good.
It's just nice. You know what I mean?
great
It's just
stuff.
wholesome.
Where do you think you look?
Just here. Just
Yeah, like fucking Twinbrook.
Yeah. Yeah. My nationality is Lenadun.
You do 23 and me, and it's like all New Lodge.
Yeah.
It's like 100% New Lodge.
Yeah.
And that's not even an option on their thing.
No, I would say you look like you're from North Belfast.
Yeah, fair enough. It's similar to West. You know what I mean? They're fucking
Yeah.
big the same. But yeah, look,
Lenadoon had them dog killers, didn't it?
I don't know. I mean, sure, it has. Every part of West Belfast had dog killers at some
The
point.
Lenadoon LDK, the Lenadoon dog killers.
The LDK. I'm a member.
It's quite a big thing.
I'm not a member.
It sounds like a K-pop group, but it's not.
Yeah.
LDK, like they sound like,
They kill dogs
They
for
warm up
different
for
reasons.
BTS.
If you can't get BTS, you get them.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
just five
BTS.
lads from Lenadoon
I love BTS.
cosplaying as BTS. You do love BTS.
BTS are great.
BTS might kill dogs for different reasons.
Or yeah, they might. He's right.
Like what?
Eating them.
Eating them. You know, that's true though. It's a culture thing. It's, you know.
They're Korean, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know how
I
to say
don't
one phrase in Korean.
What?
Sujinunege mogoso.
Oh no, you can't.
What does that mean?
say that. You can't call them that. Yeah.
No, it means the homework ate my dog.
Why did you learn that of all
This
things?
is funny.
Yeah. There was a guy in my school who was like from Hong Kong, and he told me this phrase, Lahai Bashi Jai, and to this day I don't know what that means.
Who knows what you just said there? You've probably just
Because I can't Google it. 'cause I don't know how to
Demonetized
spell it.
dog.
Lahai Bashi Jai.
Wow.
Lahai.
And they
You're
taught
gonna
me
get-
2 words,
you're gonna-
hi and bo.
You're gonna get taken off Weibo like Nigel Young.
Weibo.
What's that?
It's like
Chinese Facebook.
oh, I thought it was
Is it?
YouTube.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can someone in the comments let me know what Lahai Bashi Jai means? And apologies if it's something terrible, but a guy called Gary, well, that's what he said he was called, from Hong Kong told me that.
Was he the guy who does the city tours by City Hall?
No, but he's great. I'd love that.
He has the thickest Belfast accent of anyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord.
you should have him
City
on the pod.
tours.
Good. Have you guys ever done those city tours? They're unreal.
No.
It's way better than you think. Because you
Yeah.
think if you're not from here, you'd appreciate it. But see, being from here,
Yeah.
you learn all this stuff. It's
We
really
did a
good.
peace wall tour in school, but it wasn't by any. It was just like Mr. Lanahan, the geography teacher, just
Down
going.
and
I
round."
remember when I was in there.
Yeah.
On the wee road tour taking us out. He's not even supposed to be out of school. It's like, fuck it. Lights up a fag.
Yeah, it wasn't a bus tour. It was a Peugeot 206 tour.
You have to do runs to bring
And weird,
the class.
and weirdly, it was just you on it.
It's just me, Mr. Lanahan. He didn't work there anymore as well.
Oh.
Who's your? Do you have a favorite teacher? Do you have a teacher you like loved?
My maths teacher, who I won't name because I'm about to say some pretty bad stuff about him,
God.
was very sound, but he was just like a very weird guy. And he would always, like, when he was trying to like demonstrate graphs, when he was talking about the lines, he would always like do that. And then he would always get excited and just start going,
Is that Gary?
I thought you were auditioning for LDK there. I had an English teacher called Mr. McKee who was great because I think Gary Lightbody might have gone to my school and Mr. McKee.
Don't act like you don't fucking know whether Gary Lightbody went there. That's the most you fact.
I think someone from Snow Patrol did, but I don't know if it was gas. I think it was like maybe someone. But because Mr. McKee had taught whoever it was, I think it was Gary Lightbody. I'm not 100%.
He takes credit for the lyrics of Chasing Cars.
Well, it was when Run came out. Mr. McKee, anytime Snow Patrol brought a song out, would go, lads, shh, put it on the wee PC speakers and play it. and
Oh,
go,
the wee one, the two of them. But there's only a dial on one.
everyone was dead quiet. Oh, and once in his class,
Logic or creative speakers.
probably
that's right.
Logic.
Yeah.
Remember those?
we were writing. Someone knew where you get fake IDs. There was a website called fatism.com. PHAT.
Is that what I have?
Probably. Baptism.com, and someone wrote down, was passing the note round of where you go to get it, and then I had the note, and the teacher, Mr. McKee, saw us passing notes, and he went, "What is that?" And I ate the note. It was so
That's so
dramatic.
solid.
I ate
That's
the note,
so solid.
and it
Tom
made it
Cruise in
seem.
Mission Impossible.
He goes,
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
get a fake ID.
The next move was just a cyanide capsule under his tooth. He was like, "It's over for me. It's over. I'm not gonna."
Gary
snitch."
looked across the room like,
Full jotter in your mouth.
he goes, well, you really had a technique.
I know. I had good rhythm. Your wee raw dog was popping up.
But yeah, I ate
You've
it.
been eating raw paper for fucking
I ate it. I fucking can't get enough of raw paper.
Just walking around a hotel room in socks, just eating the fucking.
With Crohn's disease, the
eating
number
the
one thing to eat
Gideon's
is raw
Bible
paper.
from the drawer.
That is probably why I have Crohn's, to be honest.
Because you
Eating
just
all the
kept
paper?
eating paper.
I wouldn't leave the
clogging.
Bible in front of me, especially if there's condom and
When
stuff.
you shit, it looks like the
Fuck
bottom
off.
of a shredder.
His arsehole shredding. Very good. What were teachers?
Yeah, I like Mr. McKee's school because he would just play you a song and go, "What are the lyrics to this mean?"
Yeah. Oh, that's
But
good
he just
class.
wanted to take a break.
That's
That's what
phoning
it
it
is,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I-
Teachers did want to do
I
that.
ate the bit of paper, and then they were like, "What was that? What did that note say?" And they thought it was something, for a child to eat
Yeah,
a strip
yeah.
of paper.
Yeah.
And I should have just been like, I could have taken the blame and gone, "I know we can get fake IDs," and I wrote it down. And then the teacher, he probably would have went, "Well, don't be doing that." But instead, I
Yeah,
never,
whatever his obligation
I
is
never
to say,
gave it up.
don't do that. And
I
then-
never gave it up.
You just said you were hungry. Jeez. You know what I mean? You just said, I'm fucking starving in your class.
Yeah.
Having to listen to all these songs. Lunch was 40 minutes ago.
Were you? I could like,
I was a good kid.
yeah.
I was quiet. I never talked in school. Look, I would be afraid to misbehave in school because my mom beat the shit out of me.
Really?
Well, she wouldn't beat the shit out of me. Well, she would. But but like
For some reason, that explains the jacket. I don't know why. You know what I mean? That just.
Yeah, that jacket comes from fear.
Yeah.
We had two. I had two teachers in school that I liked, enjoyed, and for different reasons. Me and Paddy McDonald went to the same school, by the way, so he'll be able to attest to one of these teachers. We had a teacher called Chiefy, who's the maths teacher, and he wore a cape.
Married at first sight.
What?
He wore a cape.
You work it,
What do you mean?
Like he wore a cape.
Mr. Chiefy?
He,
Chiefy man?
Chiefy wore a cape.
Why was he called Chiefy?
Don't know, because he was the chief of maths. But but this guy wore a fucking and would walk. through
Chiefy, he now owns Apache Pizza.
He did leave the school, so he might. Hi. But yeah, Chiefy, and like he would walk across schoolyard and it was windy as fuck, and the cape would like remember like that scene in Father Ted where Bishop Brennan goes.
Does
to
he
get
put it
the-
on the odd time?
No, well he puts it on walking to and from class, and then
That's
when
more of a cloak.
then it was like a cape. It
Does
was
he
a
go
cloak.
over his...
What's a cloak? What's the difference between a cloak and a cape?
You
The
tell
hood?
me.
The hood.
Oh yeah.
Well, he didn't have a hood on.
So it was a cape.
Because you're not
It
at
was a
hoods in
cape
school.
then. Yeah, so but he would walk and then he would take it off to do the class, and then he would put it back on again to leave the class, and that was.
Was he
Tuesday.
like a wild character?
Well, yeah, he was very eccentric, and then he left during like when I was at school. He left about 3 years.
to go back to
in.
Hogwarts.
Well, he was at
That's a comment.
He taught maths in Defence Against the Dark Arts.
he was at retirement age, but he
But he had a Philosopher's Stone. So he was immortal.
the rumor was he won the lottery, but who knows?
Well, when I went to tech, I had a maths teacher who kept telling us he had £1 million. He was a wee guy and he was weird.
He
And he
had
kept
it?
telling us he had £1 million in his bank account and he didn't need to be there, and he had £1 million. And then about a year after I left that course and he left Belfast Met, in the papers, paedophile.
All paedophiles have £1 million in their bank account.
There you go.
Clear sign.
Makes you think.
It,
Are you on tour at the minute or anything?
what a transition.
You do the French?
I am doing the Edinburgh Fringe, 6:25 every day at Monkey Barrel. New show. Who do you think you are? I am. That's what the show's called.
Oh right, I thought you didn't.
He
Give me
freaked out
time
there.
to answer there. It's gonna have to really ponder that. I think I'm gonna come to the Fringe for a day or two.
Dare to?
Day or two. Do you know what I'd love to do? Find a venue where someone's taking a day off and just go and do one day.
Monkey Barrel. Everybody takes a day off at Monkey Barrel, so they have slots for people to do one-offs. Like I'm doing a live podcast. I don't know what date yet, but it's just when somebody has a day off in one of the rooms.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, Monkey Barrel's very good.
There you go.
So have you finished the tour?
Finished the tour. It was good, and then I went to Corfu for a week and like relaxed, unwound, and then went to Hamburg and stag do. I went to a stag do in Hamburg and undid all.
I was about to say hamburger conference.
I went to a hamburger conference.
Hamburg on a stag.
Yeah.
He went to Dallas, Texas on a stag. Isn't that wild? He's just back yesterday.
You're back Dallas? That's so far.
Yeah.
That's an imposition.
He stayed in a ranch.
But you said Hamburg the way I said Hamburg. Quiet little German pubs, nice.
Yeah.
Hamburg is fucking crazy.
It is.
Wild.
See, I've never been to Germany and I really want to.
Hamburg is insane. There's like a strip, the Reeperbahn, just like strip club, which we didn't go to, but there's like mad clubs, bars. It's like like
You look like a guy who'd go to a strip club, and if like me trying to get at the fringe, if a girl took a break for a split second, go, can I do a quick?
he thinks it's like an open
Can
bowl.
I do
mate.
5? Yeah.
Guys,
To
that's
lose
some
5.
new
I have a new dance here. I'll do for the boys.
So Hamburg was nuts
Have you been to a strip club?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
today.
Oh hey, I'm just back from
Like
one.
today?
Of course he has.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I think I would just be real. I've only seen like 2 strippers ever. One was at my friend Brendan's 18th birthday, and his yeah,
Aggressive.
it was in a barn in Downpatrick.
Oh. Oh no. You're trying to think if he was at that one. One for the list.
familiar, yeah.
Stripper?
Oh, I'd be the most disappointed stripper.
No, you
I'm
wouldn't
sure.
be. Because
You know,
this-
Apache Pizza have started doing that. Yeah.
the feathers
Painting
just
strippers
go over
red,
there.
just undercutting everyone.
Just a pizza box covering his knob, and he just whips it off.
I'd love to go to Germany. There's Berlin.
We had this
I'd love to go
stripper,
to.
in this barn. This stripper arrives and she was 40, and she comes in and it's like a barn, like a converted barn. It's got like bars and like all that whatever,
Bars?
like bars, like
It's a barn that's been converted into a party place that features a bar.
Okay.
That's
2
the
bars,
vibe I'm getting.
but like
2 bars,
yeah.
multiple bars in the
Right.
barn.
And
Owned by the same chain, kind of. Are they competing?
they're not competing.
Right.
Do you know the way there's 2 bars at Lavery's
Like that or Lavery's.
Oh yeah.
within one space?
Yes.
2 bar fronts.
Right.
This one, the guy didn't know that there was a stripper. His brother had booked it, so that he just gets sat down in the middle of the barn, and everybody's in a circle around him, and he gets sat down, and then this 40-year-old woman dressed as a police officer comes in, and then like my uncle left for some reason, but I don't know why.
Just the slightest hint. He's like, I'm just gonna head out here. Ooh, late one tonight. Best be hitting the hay here.
Perfect place to do it.
Exactly.
Very good.
The barn.
In a manger.
His name was Jesus.
That's my uncle Jesus.
Jesus Angelone.
It works.
It does, yeah.
You're not allowed to be called Jesus somewhere.
I mean, just in life, I don't think you should be called.
Most
Yeah, but
popular
like
name,
legally,
South
there's a
American.
country where you're not allowed to be called Jesus.
But is with a hard J or Jesus?
Can't say it with a hard J. Only that he's allowed to say it with a hard J.
Me?
Not you, Jesus.
All right. I was like, whoa, that's such a compliment. Do you think of me like that? I just say my Jesus all the time.
What's up, my Jesus? Jesus in Paris?
Oh,
Sorry.
oh.
You're all about the bukkake. you
Police lady walks in with like a boom box,
Right.
and I swear it's a tape she puts in for the music.
Aw.
Puts it on, and then she just starts like, dancing around them, and then she like slaps him in the face, and everyone was like,
Yeah.
This is taking
like
a turn.
everyone was like, wait, and then she was just like, and then and it was like quite a hard slap, and then like the owner of the stripper, the boss,
The stripper has an owner.
the guy,
It's a pimp.
Yeah.
like a wrangler,
Right.
like a tamer, and he was just there like watching and like
P.T.
in, like,
Barnum
a
dressed
big-
as a whip.
But he's there just like
No, someone else is
overseeing,
Barnum.
and he's
Your
just. But this guy's just nodding, just watching me like, yeah, she's doing good. And cracks
She's
him.
doing good.
And everybody kind of looks at him, and he's just like. And then she starts to strip more, and then everyone's like, "Whoa!" Like we've kind of forgotten about the slap a little bit.
That's her tactic.
Yeah, she gives him a dead arm.
Chinese burns him and all. And we get Mike Dude out now.
And she takes off his top, Brandon's top,
Yeah.
and then everyone's like,
She's
"Wait!"
stripping him.
Yeah. She's like, diversifying, and so then she keeps going, and she gets like, so she's starting to adjust her pants, and everyone's like, well, like the biggest, like this is the last bit, and then she like gets Brandon on all fours, takes off his belt, and starts like cracking him with it, like really, like too hard,
Passion of the Christ.
but then
style.
like over his jeans on his ass, and that's one thing, but then she whacks him like right in the middle of his back with a belt, and everyone's just like. The same and everyone's just like, fuck, so it gets a little bit tense, and then your man's just
He's like, oh, this is the way it's meant to go. This is the way the show goes.
yeah, and then she sits him back on the chair, and she takes off her pants, and literally everybody goes, hey, whoa,
Big
and,
dick.
and then your man
Everyone's like, oh!
and we didn't notice until that point.
Your uncle comes back.
But everyone kind of like, there's like everybody's like, the noise gets like sucked out of the room. Everyone's just like,
Because it's too much, you mean?
no one's there to see fucking Fanny. Raw Fanny.
Yeah, good.
Treat that.
Yeah.
I'm coming down with Roncy.
And your man finally walks in, just taps her on the shoulder, and she just puts her pants back on, and then keeps dancing.
Too far.
Yeah, that was it. Were you going to ask about Hamburg, Germany? You never been to Germany?
No. I'd like to. I've set foot in Germany. When I was in Switzerland, there's this like monument, and it's
The border.
but it's Switzerland, Germany, France, and Belgium,
Ah,
all in one place.
yeah. Did you lie down on it?
No, you walk around it.
Ah.
It's like a metal sculpture with like 4 walls.
The Spirit of Belfast.
And you go round
Corn
it,
Market.
and you go to
Just,
all,
and there's smicks just fuck.
but I
Doing
want to go to
hard style in
Germany
the
so
middle of
bad.
You want to go to Germany?
Yeah, I think I'd really like Berlin.
Oh, I think you would fucking hate Berlin.
Why?
I've never been, but it just doesn't
No
seem like
gluten-free
your
options?
vibe. No gluten-free options.
Oh, you mean because it's like this, like that? It's like a techno dance
Yeah,
place.
and like lots of.
Oh, I'll be leaving by 4 o'clock.
The largest indoor water parks in Berlin. Teen trip.
Bigger than Lisbon?
No, and I'll bet you it is bigger.
you wanna
than
go?
Lisbon, yeah. I'd go, yeah. If you, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going.
Yes, son, we're going. You have to say that to him sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, mate, we're going now after lunch here.
Will there be strippers?
After this, he's definitely Googling like strippers that can come to a barn in Downpatrick.
There is none.
And then her and that guy arrive, and you're like, to her, where you go?
Isn't there? Do you know the way they have for stag parties to get that girl from here with the balaclava on? What's her name? Tony. I'm looking at Tony.
There's that Mad Rangers lady.
Maybe it's
The
her. is it?
OnlyFans. She's like an OnlyFans lady who does all of it in, and she'll get.
She like embarrasses.
She gets-
humiliates.
she
I haven't
gets
got my glasses on, but that
busy-
does look like her.
She gets like bent over by somebody wearing like an Ange Postecoglou mask. And
No.
it's like Rangers
No.
getting fucked by Celtic or something. But then she'll like peg somebody with like a Scott Brown mask on or something.
All right, that took a turn.
It's a thing. OnlyFans, yeah.
It is a thing, yeah.
Oh, no, not she'll come. Oh,
No,
No,
she won't
oh.
come and fuck peg you.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
This is like for stag parties.
This is on
Like
Twitter, she's been
a
on
woman
Twitter.
shows up with like a baton and like all dressed in black, and she's like big leather jacket, like Neo from the Matrix and all. And then she's got balaclava, and she comes in. And she's like, right, where is he? And then the stags are, and he knows as soon as he sees her. He's like, and all his mates are like, we've got you. And then she fucking
Kneecaps him.
Because that's the
beats
thing.
fuck out- yeah, basically.
That's
she
the thing.
does.
There's always a mate who wants it to go too far. So when
Yeah.
you see that, I'd be the same. I go, this has gone from like okay to
Yeah.
like weird.
Yeah.
But there'll be a mate who's like
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was at a stag do where the stag cried during the stripper,
Oh.
and then
Because it was his dad.
he ran off into Dublin.
And the stag was in Mayo.
Oh, sad.
Images are being shown.
They're doing bad stuff
Yeah,
over there. We don't need to see it now.
That's nasty business. over
Mrs.
there.
Balaclava.
Mrs. Balaclava. There we go. That's the.
You'll
official
end up with
She's
Mrs.
married?
Balaclava. The only person who, the only,
competing Miss Universe.
the only person that will ever sleep
From
in a
Northern
bed.
Ireland, Mrs. Balaclava,
AC
Germany, France.
It's the only person that'll ever sleep overnight in your bed.
Is
Mrs. Balaclava. That's who you
I'll
end
feel
up with.
safe.
You become Mr. Balaclava.
I like the thought that somebody tries to sleep over and you're like, and then they can't get a taxi, but you just make them like in a hospital. They sleep in the chair next to your bed. She didn't leave his side.
Yeah, I'm just like, look, it's a nice summer evening. You could probably walk. You know, it's
Cut through the alley. It's quicker.
and then I'm in there and with a bad Mr. Balaclava. Get back in the house. But you told me to. I know. I don't know what I'm doing. There's no taxis. I'm freaking out, man.
We have to go, but do you have a penis problem?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, let's talk
Right,
about
we have to
Moses.
do it right quick. Are you coming for lunch?
Yeah, I'll come for lunch.
Okay.
Great.
Should we talk dicks at lunch?
No.
Well, yes.
But just give us, oh no, give us a just one liner. What's the problem?
It's a bit too tight. I've been putting steroid cream on it. I thought it would make my dick fucking.
Okay, I've been there before. We've talked about this
It's-
before. See, at this stage, get rid of it.
This is the thing. Apparently, the steroid cream's just absolutely fucking nonsense.
It's delaying the inevitable.
Yeah.
It might work a bit. You always keep coming back to it. I was putting the steroid cream on, you know, like all optimistic and all. Oh yes, and all.
Yeah.
And it's
Taking
fun. You get
photos
to
of
touch your Willie. You get to touch your Willie and all. GP sent
You're
me a
really
picture.
saying it, do you? It's going back.
Just do it. I can recommend a guy, Dr. Ian Walsh.
Okay.
Are you in the market for a vasectomy?
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not in the
All
market
right,
for a
when
vasectomy.
you are,
The discount,
Come
I
to
get
me.
you the discount code on the circumcision. He
I
gets
do
you the
the balls.
vasectomy.
He
You
gets a
double up
guest
same
list
day.
on the fucking vasectomy.
I get your referral code for the vasect. You
Q jump and tube cut.
I get you a fast pass to the vasectomy.
Yeah.
Whenever Andrew Ryan apparently had the problem too, and his solution that the doctor told him was to get lukewarm salt water, dip your dick in it at the end of every night, and then give it a wee jack just to like get it fucking stretched or whatever. And that was apparently how he solved.
Andrew's
his
also
problem.
now banned from Helens Bay Beach.
I don't know if they're related,
But yeah, just do it. Just do it. See, after you get it done, you'll not go back. I've said it
well,
before,
you
said it
can't.
again.
just
You
been
can't go
scared.
back.
Well, I tried, and it did not look
Try
good.
stitch one on.
I just put a hood up on it.
Yeah, like my teacher with the cape.
It had a hood.
Get the
Oh,
plastic
right,
cape.
true.
It's way better without.
But you have a few months of like very sensitive and very.
Not like a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then no, it's.
I
sweet.
just remember I have a
It
fear
looks
of it
better.
because my mate Alex got it done when he was like 14, and I remember the first time he came back to basketball training, he got hit in the dick with the ball, and I've never seen someone make a noise like that. It was horrific.
It doesn't look good for a while.
Just don't play basketball for the fish food.
I can't agree to that.
I know.
Man,
I
this
know.
guy can't stop hooping.
I know.
Yeah,
King
no,
of the hoops.
Just get it done. We'll talk about it through lunch.
Yeah.
Vittorio Angelone, Aaron Butler.
Listen to my podcast, Guide to Parenting. That's it.
There you go.
You heard him.
You heard him.
We'll put a link in the description.
Listen,
Aaron Butler, you got anything to promote?
Listen to Vittorio's podcast.
Oh,
so
that's a
nice
touch
of
of
you.
class.
There
That's
you
a
go.
touch
Very
of class.
classy.
There you go.
Look, I'm a general Banter fan, and I think that's classic.
The Aaron Butler online Instagram. Go follow that too. If you want. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
So creepy the way you hold the mic.
I know it was.
You should see him hold.
You should-
Guys,
see me at a
thank you
strip
very
club.
much for watching and listening. All the best. Cheers. Thanks, boys.